One of the most crucial challenges we face is to start trusting ourselves more, to improve how we feel, and to develop self-esteem that incorporates the happy moments, joys, and small victories we achieve. We often fail to internalize these moments in our hearts, but always remember the times when we failed or the day that didn't go as expected. How many times have you accomplished something so well that you were surprised and thought, "I can't believe I did that"? This is because we don't internalize these positive accomplishments as part of who we are. We begin to receive the best in life and feel as if we are not part of it, as if somehow we are not deserving. This is because we have not developed our personal value, our sense of inner strength, and our sense of love and dignity, which are essential elements for our well-being. We have to appreciate the good days and the bad days, truly being present in each moment. The purpose of Stoicism in our lives is to make each of us pay attention to our own thoughts so that we can understand how we think and, with that, master our internal strengths. Stoicism is not a temporary solution, but an invitation to deeper introspection about ourselves and the ongoing pursuit of a more fulfilling and meaningful life. In this video, we will discuss how to stop doubting yourself and find resources to act differently, based on historical knowledge. If this is the first time we've met, this message has reached you only because someone appreciated this video, shared it in the family group, and left a comment. Now it's up to you to decide if this knowledge can reach more people and influence more individuals to rethink their value structure. There are days when we wake up and everything seems perfect, we feel good, the coffee tastes special, the traffic cooperates, our work flows, and we feel capable of conquering the world. And there are days when we wake up turned upside down, everything goes wrong, from the moment we open our eyes until we stumble upon something, everything irritates us, and nothing seems right. When we feel like a failure, it's easy to remember or retrieve the feelings of the good days, as if our ability to feel good were unattainable. The truth is that not every day will be perfect and easy. Therefore, the best way to improve how you feel about yourself is to learn to deal with difficult emotions so that you diminish and end the anger towards yourself. It is important to understand that your self-esteem is influenced by the way you communicate with yourself. We are deeply affected by internal dialogue in difficult times, when someone ridicules us, when we feel shame in a conflict, or when we face something that we need to confront. If something goes wrong on one of those terrible days when nothing seems to go right, what do you say to yourself and, most importantly, what emotions are being cultivated from this thought process? Your internal dialogue deeply influences how you feel about yourself and how you build your self-esteem and confidence. Sometimes we only pay attention to this internal dialogue in extreme situations, but not in everyday life, in common situations of our lives, in our small daily conflicts. For example, when you order a ride share to an unknown address and say the driver has arrived, then realize you provided the wrong location, when we delay the delivery of a project at work, when we miss a workout or break our diet, when we procrastinate and miss the opportunity to do what needed to be done that day, or when, unintentionally, we become the target of jokes for our failures in the family group. Imagine that, in those moments, your internal dialogue is entirely negative. Consequently, every word, every representation of these events and values we create will bring a negative emotion. How you treat yourself in these moments daily triggers the feelings that add to your self-esteem. The role of Stoicism is to make us reflect on what we think, to make us aware of our own minds, and to empower us to control our internal resources. This reminds me of a little story of two young fish swimming through the ocean and they meet an older fish swimming in the opposite direction. The older fish greets them with a nod and says, "Good morning, boys. How's the water today?" The two wave and smile. And as the older fish swims past, one looks to the other and asks, "What the hell is water?" This little story demonstrates that we are not always aware of where we are, what we are doing, and what is around us. The secret to stopping doubting yourself is to build a value structure that develops your inner strength and your sense of dignity and love. The first step for this to happen is to realize your internal dialogue. This process of awareness is crucial to building a solid foundation of self-esteem. By focusing on this, we not only break the cycle of negative thoughts, but also begin to cultivate a kinder and more encouraging relationship with ourselves. This care for our internal dialogue deeply affects our self-esteem and confidence. Within you are internal resources, and when we learn to know ourselves, we can access them, which leads to how we generate our value structure, which is our next point in the video. How you build your value structure. Your self-esteem is not something you have, but something that is being generated by you. All our confidence, whether we doubt or believe in ourselves, is not based solely on something we possess, although sometimes our perceptions and beliefs lead us to have that conviction, but is being generated through our thoughts and actions daily. Sometimes we think that people who don't doubt themselves, who achieve their dreams and act with confidence, were born that way, as something that was not built, that cannot be changed, or that we have no control over. But in fact, these people have learned to perceive themselves confidently, positively, and constructively. Instead of thinking, "I'll never learn this," they think, "I haven't learned this yet." Yet is a small word but carries a huge weight, as it brings the meaning of construction, turning barriers into opportunities. Mentally, instead of limiting a situation, you open up a possibility that allows you to build a mindset that not only seeks solutions but also paves the way for growth and discoveries. The same goes when you perceive yourself as confident and positive, instead of just focusing on what you do wrong, reliving your failures, and developing more negative emotions. Start remembering your small achievements, when you had a positive attitude, a gesture of kindness, like holding the door for someone or offering a coffee to your colleague. When you serve yourself, keep this feeling that you are capable, that you can learn to think positively, that you can improve and develop. This way of thinking shifts the focus from limitations to possibilities. Limitation paralyzes you and prevents you from acting, as the outcome is already predetermined. Otherwise, in possibility, where there is a chance, it propels you to act and seek solutions, whether to quit a vice, improve behaviors, or overcome obstacles. Each achievement adds a layer to our sense of self-worth, and outwardly, through our actions, is a powerful motivator, encouraging us to continue seeking ways to improve and contribute. Moreover, the value gained has the potential to impact not only our own lives but also the lives of those around us. By striving for and achieving our goals, we can inspire others. Our commitment and success motivate friends, family, and colleagues to pursue their own achievements, creating a wave of positive growth. Whether in family, friends, or our community, it grows from what we give and what we receive. This exchange enriches our connections and gives us a sense of belonging that is vital for feeling good and happy. Investing in ourselves is indeed investing in everyone's well-being. The Stoics created the word cosmopolitan, which means citizen of the world. They believe that we are all connected, not belonging only to one city or country, but that all our actions interfere with each other. This value is expressed, for example, in going to the gym and being fit. At all times, we can be supportive, contribute to the good of others, and choose kindness. Shared value is essential for strong relationships, and we do this by personally knowing anyone who has responded, valuing what each brings to the common good, enriching our individual experience, and strengthening our social interaction, making us more capable of overcoming challenges together. Think about which of these values you can build today, which you can start working on developing. Choose one that you can elevate your level or one in which you need to develop more, whether it's how you see yourself, your innate value, or how you act, your earned value. It's up to you to understand this equation and which value you need to start working on to stop doubting yourself. Once you understand this, you can start changing this pattern. This brings us to the last point to be addressed in this video: self-understanding. Self-understanding can be compared to watching a series on Netflix or Amazon Prime. You watch the first episode and don't like it, but by the fourth episode, you fall in love with the series and become a big fan. If you experienced a horrible breakup at 20, you now judge your entire love life based on just that episode of your life. Or when you were younger, you performed poorly in studying English, now you associate your entire learning ability with that episode, without considering that, from that day until today, you have developed cognitively. When we accumulate what should be discarded, we turn our hearts and minds into a trash can. Your self-esteem is not penetrated by more meaningful experiences, often not penetrating our self-image because we do not have practices that help us assimilate these positive experiences and reinforce feelings of strength, love, honor, dignity, and grace. It is essential to value the good moments and accept the difficulties, understanding that life is a collection of varied episodes. The Stoics teach us about transience. Just as the good moments are not eternal, neither are the bad ones permanent. Stoicism trains us to engage our self-esteem and gain confidence in ourselves. Write your values on a card to put in your wallet or on your cell phone notepad. Every time anxiety or insecurity arises to take control, you open your card and read it. You can remember your conduct, and this helps you align with your next level. The Stoics talked about the importance of having a model, not imitating or comparing oneself to another person, but thinking about your model, your new version, and aligning the attitude. Thank you once again for watching.